told me, stop being so selfish and pay for my rent. Sure, I'm the one who needs to stop being selfish. I still feel really bitter about it all. For 7 years, I'd been saving up half my salary, not for a vacation or a car, but for something bigger, a house. A beautiful 3-bedroom house in mom's favorite neighborhood to be exact. One that I managed to close a deal on last month. It was meant to be a retirement home for my parents, so I had it furnished, installed grab bars in the bathroom and a wheelchair ramp out front, even set up a medical alert system. The whole thing cost me $600,000 fully paid with property taxes covered through 2030. So finally, for mom's 65th birthday party, I planned to give her the house as a birthday surprise. The plan was simple. I told everyone I'd rented a place for the party, and during the birthday toast, I'd hand her the deed and keys. I was so excited. I'd spent 7 years planning the perfect gift, but looking back, I wish I hadn't. On the day of the birthday party, I spent most of my time in the kitchen of the new house, making sure all the food and drinks were perfect. Mom spent time giving a grand tour to all the relatives, but her compliments only sounded bitter. Clara rented this place to show off, she said to my aunt in the living room. They walked through the master bedroom and mom kept going. She makes good money as a nurse, but never helps with my rent. Her brother sent me $500 last month. Clara, nothing. They sat around near the kitchen where I was literally 3 feet away preparing her diabetic friend birthday meal from scratch. Ever since she became a fancy nurse, she stopped cooking for us. Only helps me clean once a month. How could she treat her own family this way? She shook her head and pointed at the food already laid out. Look at all this food she bought just to impress you all. But does she ever bring groceries to my apartment? Never. My aunt chimed in. If this party is supposed to make up for never helping, it doesn't. Mom leaned in and half whispered, I bet she'll invoice me for half the rental cost. The guests around her snickered, agreeing with every painful statement. I walked in with a birthday cake and the envelope. Before we do cake, Mom's right. I could never afford something like this. I paused, pulling out the deed and keys, which is why I started saving 7 years ago. I held up the documents. Happy birthday, Mom. Welcome home. It's paid in full. Property taxes through 2030. HOA covered. It's all yours. Mom's eyes went wide, and her hand greedily reached for the deed. I pulled it back just as her fingers almost touched it. Smile wiped from my face. But you're right, I said coldly. I never help, so I'll just keep it as a rental property instead. I slid the deed back into the envelope and into my pocket. Mom's hand was still suspended in midair, trembling. Her mouth hung open like a puffer fish. I blew out the candles and stared her down. Happy freaking birthday. Then I looked around at all of them. Now everyone get out of my house. Party's over. You have 10 minutes before I call the police for trespassing. I laughed at their shocked expressions and nudged at my mom's shoulder. That includes you, Mom. You can't kick me out of my house, Mom shouted. It's not your house, it's mine. I'm the selfish one, remember? All the relatives started scrambling, a few already leaving while others stayed behind trying to mediate. Clara, let's talk about this. She's your mother. It's her birthday. I pulled out my phone. Hi, I need to report trespassers. The family frantically pulled Mom out as she screamed, that's my house. At first, all I received were rude, angry messages from everyone as if the things they said never happened. But then Mom got creative, gaslighting the crap out of me saying, if you told me about the surprise, I would have defended you. Then, you don't have to be the villain. I'm your mother. I'll always understand. I mean, it seriously just kept going on and on like I was the one being toxic. When I reminded her of the things she said, she came up with an amazing excuse. I was just venting. Every parent does that. She tried everything. I never said you never help, just not enough. Then, you're really going to punish me for one misunderstanding? And the relatives are saying you overreacted. Just let us back in and we can show them that you're mature. I was seriously amazed. My mother was a champion at gaslighting. Oh, but my favorite was the last one she sent that day. I already forgive you for embarrassing me at my birthday. When none of her messages worked, other relatives reached out too. My aunt texted, your mom says she was just joking around. And my brother told me, stop being so petty. You already made Mom cry. Just give her the house. Wow. And the last cherry on top, the classic Facebook post with a cryptic pity message that read, some kids will never know the sacrifices you made for them until it's too late. When I saw that with all the negative comments, I made a post on Facebook about putting the house up for rent, making sure to share that post every day for everyone to constantly see. The first tenants moved in last week, a young family with a disabled child who actually needed those accessible features. The parents couldn't stop thanking me for thinking of everything. Most landlords wouldn't care about accessibility like this, they said. Mom's still posting vague Facebook quotes about ungrateful children. I finally blocked her yesterday and moved on.